course, a one-day special. It's the second hour, of course, of this brand new one-day special that we launched at 6 p.m. Remember that we are in the 5 days of Christmas here at Hochanda, which means that any purchase that you make during today or every day until the 28th of July, you will get £5 to your account, and of course that you can spend it at, you know what? I'm rubbish at this. I'm absolutely rubbish. I was doing so well. So £5 credit, you can use the following day until midnight that day, right? And anything of £30 or more, and if it's a flexi buy, the first payment has to be £30. And for example, on the one-day special. Oh, thank you, Molly. Thank you. I got it. Oh. Anyway,
well
one day
done.
special. Hello, Phill.
Hello, darling. Nice to see you again. Good evening, everybody.
Now, incredibly busy first hour.
It was, and thank you, everybody. Obviously there's a lot of work gone into this, and there's a whole collection for Christmas. It's just covered everything that we need to do for Christmas this year.
Now, it is fabulous, the one-day special. I will recommend to shop ahead because there are so many brand new todays, and like Phill was saying, everything coordinates, everything works perfectly, and of course, that superb quality. Now, what do we get in the one-day special then?
Okay, so the one-day special is the first ever Christmas-themed sentiment coins and medallion wraps. So what you get are so the big circles that you see there, they're what I call my medallion wraps. So the little stripy stamps that you've got there, they're to create the border, the wrap that goes around your card, or obviously you can just use them as borders. They're actually really good, the dashed ones, for using like string for your baubles and that kind of thing. So you can create different looks with that, yep. So the medallion wrap is the larger circle. You have two in there. You have Christmas tree and you have the snowflakes. So Christmas tree being the traditional style, snowflakes being a little bit more modern, but obviously you can do what you like. Then you have have you stopped showing everybody? Then you have two different sets of sentiment coins. So remember years ago, Paula, circle sentiments were so popular.
I know, right?
And I remember myself buying some, but nobody did them for years. And then when I thought about doing them for myself, I wanted to improve on what was already there, which is why you have the middle part empty. So all of those little stamps that you see there will go in the middle. They will layer up with all of my two circle sets of dies, so you can then create dimensional discs, if you like, layers, which is what I've done on just about everything.
Now, I know that you have got other medallions and other coins. Will they work together?
Yeah, absolutely. So the original sentiment coins and medallion wraps were birthday. They're exactly the same size, so you can now incorporate all of the sentiments and the extra icons and the medallions even from the first collection, and then use them with this if you want to. So the Ticket Tape-tastic Seasonals is a right mouthful. Ticket Tape-tastic Seasonals, they are one-offs. They're not going to be repeated. You can only get them as part of the one-day special. Once the stock has gone, it's gone. I'm not going to restock them. So Ticket Tape-tastic is what I released last month, and I think we sold out about 3 times, to the point where I had to say, right, enough's enough. Enough's enough. So this really is the time to get the one-day special. And they just work so well together, the ticket tape with the circles. So you have these solid banner sentiments that you can mix and match with them. They just look so good together.
They do, they do. And you can see in this sample, for instance, how those words, tape-tastic, yes, I got it. Then, of course, you have got the medallions, and, of course, then you have got the coins in the center.
Absolutely. Just hold that up so people can see the dimension on the medallion. That's it. Do you see what I mean about layering it up? There's so many different ways you can do this, and they just look so classy.
And of course, I keep saying of course, because it's just like everything that Phill does and explains, it's like, yes, of course, it makes sense. I mean, you can see it here with also brand new circle eyelets dies as well. Now, the one-day special, incredibly busy. Now, you have got approaching half of the stock are gone. We only had 1 hour and about 4 minutes in the second hour, and already approaching half of the stock. It's supposed to last 24 hours. Now, if I were you, I would buy ahead and I would check out those baskets as soon as I did make that decision. You have got, of course, the flexi buy option and to spread the cost, or one-off payment if you want to. Can I show you one little one? Like, look at that, isn't that it?
I
Oh,
love that
apparently,
one.
look
Again,
at
I'm
it.
going to ask you to turn that onto its side. Sorry, Paula. I might be a distance from you, but I'm still, I'm still
Yeah.
fussing you. Look at the dimensions on that,
Yeah.
those snowflakes, and that sentiment medallion in the middle. It's gorgeous.
Now,
that colour is speckled egg.
Ah, the new one,
It's
yeah.
speckled
The
egg.
new
Yeah, it's a
one.
new one. Is it not just stunning?
It is. It is,
Yeah, and
absolutely.
actually speckled egg, I'm just going to tell you all, so if you have got the speckled egg distress oxide, it works really well with the turquoise colour papers in the paper pack.
Ooh, fabulous. And now, of course, that's the one that is special, but we have got also a brand new bundle, but brand new product embossing folders by Phill Martin. Now, you are getting 3. They are massive.
They are, thank you, darling. They're 20 by 20 centimetres, so well, almost 8 by 8 inches. So by the time you get your embossed piece of card, it is an 8 by 8. So A4 packaging, so that should give you some idea. There you go. What I've done as well, if you know me, you'll know that this makes perfect sense. The designs are designed to complement the papers, they're designed to complement the dies, and they are also designed to complement the one-day special. So, for example, the poinsettias in the poinsettia flourish that you're looking at there, they are the same shape as the poinsettia dies that are new.
Of course.
Yeah. And then with the snowflakes there, or some of them are featured within the dies. So you know that the background, your embossed layer, is going to match the die cuts that you do. And then the last one that we're coming to, the quintessentially quilted. What a mouthful.
Yes,
Quintessentially
you like
quilted
ones,
is just pure indulgence for me, because I've always wanted one of those embossing folders. And do you know what? It works for Christmas, it works for all year round. They just go with everything.
Absolutely. If you want to grab yours at £26.97 is the price. 908-210 is your price. Now, if it's there is a freedom price, so if you're a freedom member, you have got a further discount. Now, over half of the stock has already gone off, and the embossing folders, brand new today, of course they are. Now, we have got the gorgeous papers as well, brand new papers. They are extraordinary. You are getting, let me see if I can get it right. You are getting 4 colorways, 5 different designs. You are getting 2 of each. And
No.
you get, oh no!
You get it. You've got the 4 and the 5 right, but the wrong way round. You've
so
got
5
4 designs, 5 colorways.
5 colorways. And so you are getting 2 packs, so 80 sheets in total.
And they're absolutely stunning. I love
No,
these papers, and let me just tell you, these were a labour of love. So you look at these papers and you see the snowflakes and all the scratchy, distressed areas that have been like shabby chic. I've done those physically. Yeah. So to get, and you know what I'm like, if I'm doing papers, I'm doing the best that I can possibly do for you, because I want you to get that quality when you get these home, and I want it for myself. I wouldn't have made as many samples as I have done if I wasn't loving the products. So you've got all the dimension there, you've got the layers of colour, you've got the gorgeous shades, so any of the, so any of the blue papers will work with any of the other blue papers, and so on and so forth. They're just beautiful.
They are stunning. And so those ones, you're getting 2 of each of those ones, and then you're getting 2 of each of these ones. 80 sheets in total. And I love the beautiful...
Look at the stars. The stars are just so beautiful.
They look like the distressed background. Again, if somebody doesn't likes the look of distressings, but doesn't like to create the backgrounds.
Well, actually, I mean, you know me, I like to do pretty cards. Pretty is kind of my thing. So for me, when I do textures and different splats and things on my papers, it needs to be controlled. There's no point me just doing loads and loads of grunginess and then ending up with a paper that I don't think looks pretty. So it's really well balanced, and I've done that for you in the design process.
And you can see as well how you can use from one design on the outside and another one in the inside with that beautiful color tone carried through. 40% of the stock of the papers has already gone. And again, we are 9 minutes in the second hour. 451-543. We are very busy. We were in the previous hours, so please do shop ahead and check out those baskets. Also brand new today, we have got this glitter alchemy here, and we have got extraordinary colors. I absolutely absolutely adore the chunkiness of these beautiful glitters. You are getting 6 of the 20 ml pots, and you can see there the different colors that you are getting. So this is a proper iridescent cut with lots of different hues.
Yeah, absolutely, yeah. So that's is that the rainbow crystals?
Yes, I believe so.
Yeah, so that is the super fine. So within my bundle of glitters, Julia had a different set on this morning. I brought a different set this afternoon. Within my bundle, you have 2 of the super fine glitters. So the rainbow crystals is super fine. It's almost like touching cotton wool. You can barely feel it. And then the lavender meadow is also super fine. And the reason I've put this set together, they work with the papers. Yeah, so you have a turquoise, you have a pink with the soft roses. Victorian rose is gorgeous. So you've got a glitter then that works with all the papers. And for somebody like me, coordination is key. You know what I'm like.
Thing.
So I like to bring that to everybody, to you at home as well.
£29.94 is the price. 798854 is the item number. Now the first Christmas release on die form from Phill Martin is here. Now we have got poinsettia. 5 dies. They come in this, of course, with magnetic sheet as well. Over half of the stock has already gone. Now, if I show you the dies, they have got the debossed vines. Now, you were saying, Phill, about you want your dies to be debossed rather than embossed.
Yeah, debossed is my thing. So you know about the double debossed dies where you have the debossed line going all the way around them. You've got the same now with all the leaves that I've done before. So the lush leaves and the other one.
Oh.
The lush leaves and the other one. They've got debossed veins. The poinsettias have, the holly has. So all of my flowers and all of my leaves will always be debossed. It just looks more realistic and it's really elegant.
And I know a little bit of die design and production. That is more expensive to manufacture as well. So.
And if you feel the weight, just pick one of the poinsettia dies up. The metal is thick. It's not, you know I'm going to say this again. I don't do cheap quality. I just don't, because what's the point? Buy it cheap, buy it twice. So I know that when you get these dies home, they're going to last you, well, for as long as you look after them and don't lose them.
Yeah. 612158 is your item number. £17.99 is the price. Then we have got the holly. Now this one is the beautiful holly in here. Now look at that holly sprigs. Now you can see how they go into the right and into the left, into kind of creating an archway.
I absolutely love these. So very cleverly, as if I knew this, I've designed them to go around the curve of the oval dies and the curve of the circle dies, which is why you've got that curve on there. And I always make my leaves, whether it's holly or the lush leaves or the leafy frond, that was the other one. I always make sure that they're longer than they need to be so that you've got options then of snipping them down and making them shorter. No point me bringing you a small set of leaf dies because you know what's going to happen. You're going to need a longer one at some point. So I'd rather give you the longer one and then you've got both in one.
Yeah, and then you can use whatever you need to do. Now, £15.99 is the price for this one. 345678 is your item number. I love when the item number is 345.
Absolutely love these little berry branches. Absolutely, you're going to use these year in, year out on absolutely everything. They look stunning next to the holly. So if you do the holly in the traditional green colour and then you put some red berry glitter, some red glitter on these berry branches, it looks incredible. In fact, I'll be able to show you shortly.
Look at that. Look, I love how look at these ones. Can you see? And it looks incredible. Now you could do as well like little gems or
absolutely, if that's what you wanted to do.
So many different ways. Now £15.99 is the price. 100413. So many brand new items today. So if you want to grab yours, you know what to do. Check out those baskets, and that secures them. We have got also other things in the show, including those circle eyelets. Those the elegant, I think, elegant eyelet circles, 14 dies, and the largest one, it's about, I would say it's 8 inches, about 8 inches. Oh, yes, it is. I use my hand to measure everything, so I know exactly the size of that one. 134320 is your item number. £35.99 is the price.
Well done for keeping in control.
And then if you want the double Ds in circle forms, you can have them, those essential circles, 14 dies. And of course, you are getting them in a magnetic sheet. Again, the largest one, it is 8 inches, just under 8 inches in diameter. Right, and let's head back to Phil.
You need to remember as well that you've now got a magnetic sheet.
Yes, you
so
do.
all these dies from now and future dies will all come with the magnetic storage sheet. It's one of the things that I did liaise with everybody on social media about and say, what do you want me to do? So I listened and I've done it for you. Right, I just want to show you this card because I keep forgetting to show everybody, and this is one that took me 2 days to make, yeah? So I'll just let you see the front first. This is all from what's on the show today. Here's the berry branches, look, with the red glitter on.
Oh, I love that.
So do you see what I mean about tucking them underneath or on top of the holly? It just looks gorgeous. So that is the front. And then the bottom, I'll just show you the bottom before we open it up. So you've got the bottom there as well, using the medallions. And then you open that up. Look at that. I absolutely thoroughly enjoyed making this. So you know your family cards, the ones that are special. Can you get all that in?
Yeah.
The ones that are special.
Yes.
Is this not just the most absolutely stunning card? It weighs a ton, so you would have to make a box for it. But is that not just beautiful?
It is.
You could be doing that with the one-day special. If you think about it, all I've used there is a one-day special. I've used a ticket tape sentiments at the bottom to put 'tis the season. Poinsettia dies, holly dies, eyelet circles, I've everything. Papers, embossing folders. It's got everything on and something new that's coming later in the year. But I wanted to show you that because Christmas is the time where we spend a little bit more time. We want to do beautiful cards. So how about this? This is what we're going to make now. Is that not just stunning as well? And then we've got the inside all done. And
is that your quilted
that's the quintessentially quilted. We're using the poinsettia one again on this, but that is the quintessentially quilted. And the gifts that you see at the bottom, that's actually one of Trudy's new stamps that was on this morning. So if you got Trudy's bundle of stamps with Heidi and Kai this morning, you will be able to replicate that because that gift stamp came with that set. So this is what we're going to do, and I'm going to make it in a different colour. I'm putting it there to remind me what I've done. So this is the beauty of the paper packs, because I give you 5 different colours in the paper packs. We're going to replicate that exact card, but we're going to do it in the purples and the lilacs. So I'm just going to show you this card here. I absolutely love this colour. This is the deep plum. Deep plum cardstock, and this works perfectly with all the purple and the lilac shades of the paper pack. I've used so much of this. I had to go to the shop and borrow some more. It'll never go back, but you know what I mean.
And of course, they come in on a pick and mix, so you choose whichever colours you want. Are they like 30 colours?
I think there's more than that.
32.
There's loads and loads of colours. You've now got, for the first time, you've now got all of my colours of colour plan cardstock available as a pick and mix. So you can choose 3 packs, and it's all 270. You know, it's like it's the best I can get you. There you go. So I've already done the inside, so you can see I've used the elegant eyelets in there. I've teamed it up with the double D embossed one for the underneath layer. We've got a little bit of embossing going on there with the poinsettia flourish embossing folder, and that's what we're going to do first, because I want you to see this. I've got all this counter and it's still not enough, look.
It never is enough.
So, I know,
always want more,
I know,
don't we?
I know. I did say I'd got too much space, but there you go.
Yeah.
Right, so I've already cut all my strips. Ready. We're going to use I've got to use this one again because I've already done the inside. So the poinsettia one. And what I want to do is show you how we can do a vertical and a horizontal border. You need to do them one at a time because this has actually got the swirls in it, look. Oh, we're on the over, sorry. Because we've got the swirls on that, if I did 2 bits the same and then turned it round, it would look wrong. So I'm going to do one this way on. And I'm just going to make you ooh and ah at how deep the detail is in these. Let me just get that straight-ish. There we go. So remember, if you didn't see the lawn shower, you do need to check which machine, which plates you need for your machine, and I always recommend that the open part of the embossing folder is the bit that's at the nearest to you, because then it just forces it through the machine the right way and puts the pressure in the right places. Let me just create some space for myself.
Well, you've put it that through the machine, and I want to show you a few more samples because
Yeah,
the
do it.
design team and yourself have done such an awesome, amazing. Look at that. Look at how gorgeous. Imagine that gorgeous poinsettias and those beautiful hollies as well to incorporate them with the one-day special. This is one of my favorites. I think this is so elegant and so stunning.
I'll say thank you to the design team while we're looking at samples. So my design team for my show was Alison, Jennifer, my sister Karen, Joanne and me. But that card you've just seen is done by David, who is Alison's husband.
Really?
Do you know what? He makes some amazing cards, yeah.
Right.
So David is usually the die cutter, the embosser for Alison, yeah.
Yeah, wow.
But he makes some fab cards.
Yeah,
I'm not sure whether David did that one at the back as well, you know, with the 3 baubles.
Oh yeah, well if I put it there, this one.
No, no, the other one, the one,
the
the horizontal one.
Yeah, that one.
I'm not sure. Alison will correct me if I'm wrong, but they've done an amazing job. I mean, obviously it helps when you've got fab products to work with.
It does. It makes a whole lot of difference, you know. Well, but don't you find? I mean, I know it sounds because you're the designer and we are here together, but I always find, as a crafter myself, that if you have a collection with everything has been put together to coordinate, making cards is much easier.
And it actually makes it more fun. I mean, this is why I think I'm such a stickler for making sure things are matching and coordinating. Because you know, years ago when I first started, like 20 odd years ago, you couldn't find an embossing powder that matched a cardstock and so on and so forth. So I try my best to do that. So can you see now where I've just gone? I've done the same part, but I'm doing it horizontally now.
Yes,
and we'll just run that through, and then we're going to use our new brayers.
Oh, the brayers, the brayers. So you get a duo. You're getting a 4-inch and a 6-inch. Yes, you get them both, and look at them. They are side by side. £21.98 is the price, and you can see that they are rubber, aren't they?
They're hard red rubber, which is something I specifically wanted. So years and years ago, I've used the same brayer for years and years and years, but whenever I do what I'm going to show you now, I always end up with ink where I don't want it, and it's because the rubber was soft, which is why I wanted a hard rubber this time. I'm just going to show you. So we've got 2, and I specifically wanted to, I could have had another one that was bigger, but I thought, no, we'll stop at 6 inches. That's plenty big for what we need as crafters. But, you know, if you're doing an 8x8 piece of card, you need the big one. Yeah, because the big one, and more importantly, when they're new, so the big one particularly, when they're new, they're a little bit stiffer, so you've got more control. After you've used it for a while, it will loosen up, but the 6-inch one is the must-have. Okay. You can see I look like Leonie now, look.
I don't think I have got the 6-inch.
Have you not?
No.
So today's going to cost me a set 3 watercolour blending brush pens, a set of brayers.
So you don't have it. No, but it's rare to find.
It is a rare find, yeah. This is why I've put them as a set of 2, because I mean, at home, if you were watching at home, you'd be thinking, do I need both? Yes, you do. This is why I've put them together as a pairing.
And it is always good to have, like, personally, I find that having several brayers, it helps, because you need a brand new one every now and again. This is how, you know what I'm like, I don't ever have dirty tools like this. No. And I used it the other day with one of the VersaFine Clairs, and then I left it for a few minutes and then went back to clean it, and then I'm like, no, it's stained the red rubber. I even sent a photo to Julia and put, no. Luckily, I just went to the shop and took another one. Oh, well.
So this is now my dirty one. So just remember, if you are using a dye-based ink to clean it quick, doesn't harm it. So we're going to use, and I'm going to be using a lot of VersaFine Clairs throughout the one-day special. So, and as I use them, I'm going to tell you the colours, because the people in my Facebook group were saying, please tell us the colours. So the Monarch is the one that works really well with the deep plum and the purple papers from the paper pack. So it's just called Monarch. My Facebook group is called Crafting with Phil Martin and Sentimentally Yours. Now you have to ask, I don't just accept...
Anybody?
No, that sounds awful, doesn't it? I don't accept people that are not crafters
yeah, that's a
and
good
not
one.
craft related and not using my products, because it's an inspiration group and there's some really talented people in there. So Crafting with Phil Martin and Sentimentally Yours. So I've now gone onto a hard surface, I've moved my mat and I'm just going to actually ink up this end. Oh, sorry, what did you say? I would let you in, yeah, of course I would. Right, so top tips for you. I'm literally just going to put the brayer on and roll it. Yeah, okay. I'm not applying any pressure whatsoever, and I love this look. Yeah. Absolutely love this shabby chic look. And you'll see me doing this with lots of different colours throughout the day. And then we're going to do it the other way around. The versifying clays are really juicy. Can you see that it's quite juicy? If you did this with an oxide, you would get a softer look, and it would be a little bit even more patchy. I love that we've got little bits that are still white. It's just accenting the detail. So depending on which ink you use depends on how much ink you get on there. So obviously that's a lovely deep plum colour. Remember as well that they do stay wet a little bit longer, which I found out when I stuck my finger in one.
Yeah, that happens.
I know. Well, you learn the hard way, don't you? So listen to it. That's like my knees in the morning. Creak, creak, creak.
Well, that's my... When I go to bed, for me, it's like, oh, my whole body. Yeah.
Look how that brings out the detail, though, in that embossing folder. If I get time tomorrow, I have planned all my demos, but if I do get time tomorrow, I will show you how this looks on the deboss side as well. Because on the deboss side is amazing. So on this side, I can't do it now because it's still wet. But on this side, we would end up with a solid colour where the ink is, and then the recessed areas would be left white. Yeah. And there are lots of things you can do with embossing powders as well, but I'm not going to have time with this one-day special. But I promise I will show you when I get time. How long have we had?
We have, yeah.
We're half an hour in, I better be quick then. But I wanted to show you all the different techniques. This is why I'm concentrating on all the different bits. Right, so I'm just move that out of the way. I'm just going to give that a quick blast if you don't mind. Okay. Do you want to do anything while I'm just blasting?
Yes, I will give a reminder of the one-day special, which is in front of me. You are getting 5 stamp sets, 91 individual stamps. You are getting the Christmas medallion wrap. You are getting the gorgeous snowflake as well as the Christmas tree medallion wrap. You also are getting the coins. You are getting the classic and the modern, and then you are getting the tape-tastic, the ticket. Where was it? And let me say it properly, because ticket tape-tastical. No, I didn't say it right. Ticket tape-tastic seasonals. There it is. Well, once at least I said it. Now, of course, you are getting them because look at that. I just love that these ones are limited edition. Now, the only way that you can buy them is in the one-day special. They coordinate perfectly with the family tape-tastic. Is it like that? You know, yeah, family. So you can see that you can personalize your messages to your family if you have got that one as well. But look at the sentiments. Merry Christmas, yes, but also you are getting Christmas, peace, joy, art, magic, Noel. You are getting blessings. You can get in Merry and Bright, which is one of my favorites, as well as peace on earth. You're also getting, I like that you are getting Merry Christmas and Happy Christmas because it's good to have both. But the way that everything coordinates with the coins fitting right in the inside, with all these extra elements in here that will fit inside of the circles, everything coordinates, and that is the key with Phill. Not only quality, not only our beautiful designs, but it's the ability to mix and match, to take it a little bit further, to make sure that you have got incredibly coordinating projects. And there's something about circles that is incredibly inviting, that kind of draws your eye into the center, and there is something very peaceful as well and very classic. And that is what is all about Phill. It's classic, it's coordinated. Yeah.
Is that one used in twinkling embossing powders?
This one, no.
The one that you're on?
That one is the glitters, the chunky ones.
No, the glitter. Yeah, on the tree, on this.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, the medallion. The tree medallion.
Now look at that. Yeah, of course the twinkling embossing powders. Yeah, there we have it. They are under the well if you wanted to go And they all coordinate perfectly with the paper pads, of course, the brand new ones as well. So if you want to go for the £24 and 94 pence is the price, you're saving £5. Now let's head back to Phill to see the next step of the demonstration.
Right, so I'm just going to stick the front of the card on, and then we're going to start stamping with the one day special. So just so you know what I've done here, remember it's the deep plum cardstock, it's the lilac papers from the paper pack, yeah, and I've gone round all the edge of the paper with the Crystal Aurora glitter. I've done the same on the inside. It's very
gorgeous.
blingy, this one, but the Crystal Aurora works perfectly with the purple papers because it's iridescent, so it picks out the purple tones in it. So I'm just turning that over to press it down.
Now, if you want to go for the glitter Alchemy set of 2, Crystal Aurora and Diamond Dazzle, the details are on the screen, £14 and 99 pence, and that is what you can see. And it's the bigger pot, isn't it? It's the 50ml.
Yeah, they're 50ml pots, yeah, so you've got 100ml of glitter there. So I'm going to pop these on. Now, when I was making the samples at home, I actually had, on my craft room all over the place, I had all the elements for all the cards I was making glittered and drying on the floor before I stuck them together. Now, normally, I put everything on my card and then glitter it, but because we've got so many different elements going on, it was easier for me to do it the other way around. So I'm just going to do, oops, that was my kitchen roll gun. So I'm just going to pop that on there. I'm just going to hold it for a second. Remember I mentioned, and I know I keep going on about my glue, but the lack of water content is what stops it from bubbling up and kinking your edges, yeah? So it's good glue. Right, so I'm going to go straight over the top with that, and then I'm going to weight it down, yeah? So normally, if you were making this at home, you could actually just chop that and just use a bit there and a bit there. But I'm just seeing how high I went, about there. But I'm not doing that, I'm just going straight on with it. And while that's drying and we're doing a bit of stamping, I'm going to chuck it under my mat, because that's the best thing for flattening everything down. Right, so let's just remind myself what's going on the front. So on the front, I've got the Christmas medallion, and that's what we're going to do now with the oak Christmas tree.
Okay, so the Christmas tree is, of course, part of the one-day special. The details are coming up on the screen, and that is one of the stamps out of 91 individual stamps that you are getting.
It is, and what we're going to do is we're not actually going to use the full thing, and I wanted to show you this because if you look, I've just used the middle section of the medallion, yeah. So can you see I've not used the whole thing, I've just used the middle section. Forgot to tell you that, didn't I? So on both of these, yeah, it's too excited. On both of these, the two different sections on all of them can be cut out and made into separate frames as well, providing you've got my dies, obviously. I don't know about other people's circle dies, I've not got any.
Oh, shady.
I use my own. Right, so we're going to stamp this one with the Monarch, Verse Fine Claire, and we're going to stamp the sentiment and we're going to stamp the middle part at the same time. So this is how I did all of my samples. So just when you think, oh, I've got to stamp that, then I've got to stamp that, then I've got to stamp that, just do them all at the same time. So let's have what we got on that one, Merry and Bright. You like Merry and Bright, don't you?
Oh yeah, I love Merry and Bright.
So I'll do Merry and Bright for you. Merry and Bright, just for
I just think
power.
that it's a sentiment that if you can use for people who are religious and for people who are not, it's just a brightness, it's lightness.
Yeah,
it's
absolutely.
Just, you know.
And then we're going to put in, so now for the middle part, you see, where I've got this little Christmas tree.
Oh,
So where I've got the Christmas tree, we can have either another little character or we can have an extra sentiment. So we could have Merry and Bright just for you, Merry and Bright, Happy Christmas, or Merry and Bright with a deer. I'm going to put a deer in for you. Yeah, because you are.
Yeah.
So we're going to have that there, and I'm doing it all at the same time, and then it's job done. It means I can cut everything at the same time as well. Just bear in mind to leave enough space, yeah, between everything, so I know that I can get, I'm going to actually come down a little bit more, so I can get two dies around the edge of that.
That's a good point.
Let's just come across, Phil. Stop messing about.
Well, sometimes you think that you are saving time and you end up that you find. It's like, oh, with Leone.
I'm doing a Leone. Faffing.
Just faff around
I love it
a
when
little
she
bit
says
more.
that. You know when she does let Leona loose, she
Yeah.
goes, I'm faffing. That's what I'm doing.
But I think
And she still carries on.
Leona Lewis started faffing the first time, and it has continued ever since. This is like faff around.
Oh, right. When me and Leonie have done workshops together,
Yeah.
and we've done quite a few over
Yeah.
the years, she's always absolutely minging.
Yeah. Wow! I mean, you are telling Leonie that she's absolutely mean. I mean, Phil, I mean, you know what, Leonie, if you're watching, I think you are the most
Her
beautiful
hands,
woman on earth.
I meant her hands. I mean, I've known, oh, it's too many years. Her hands are always filthy,
Yeah.
and I'm always spotless. You can imagine, can't you? Anyway,
Yes.
each to their
We
own.
believe
Doesn't make
that
any
very well.
difference. Right, so we're going to go. Oh, remember to pull them back if you're using a stamping platform, just so you don't get any bubbles in the middle. And Versify and Claire, because they are so juicy,
Yeah.
just don't go over that. There's no point doing that.
Yeah.
Just go around the edge where the actual image is. I love this colour, absolutely love it, and I love this tree stamp, and I love all of it.
Yeah. It is gorgeous.
Now, do you want to do anything while I'm just
Yes,
stamping?
of course. You are just going to close that platform and getting a pristine, beautiful impression. Now, the one that is special is the stamp sets that you have got in here in front of you. Now, we have got also embossing folders. I'm going to grab them, actually. Shall I grab them? Because then I can grab them and then show them to you quicker. You can see how they are absolutely glorious in size, just under 8 inches in size, and you can see that you are getting 3 beautiful embossing embossing folders. You are getting, well, you are getting flowers in here in the poinsettia shape. You are getting, of course, snowflakes, and you are getting that sumptuous quilting effect in here. And I love that because it's all year round. I would say the only one that I wouldn't use for all year round is the snowflakes, unless I went doing a Christmas card, winter birthday card sort of thing. But if you want them, if you are a Freedom member, you have a discount as well. £24.27 is all you are paying, and of course you are not paying P&P. If you're not a Freedom member, £26.97 is the price plus P&P. 908210 is your item number. Approaching 60% of the stock has already gone in about an hour and a half. So grab yours by checking out those baskets. And let's head back to Phil.
Right, okay. Yeah, we should finish this in 15 minutes. Right, I need to just show you this, because if you like me and you're a bit OCD about keeping your stamps clean, Versify and Claire are my go-to at the minute. I absolutely love them, but what I don't love is that they leave a bit of staining on your stamps. So you're probably not as fortunate as me in the fact that I have 2 sets of everything.
Yes.
That's only because I can
Yes, we
go
are
and
not as
help
fortunate,
myself
yeah.
at the shop and nobody can tell me
Yeah.
off. So just clean them straight away. It doesn't damage the stamps, but if I like mine to be kept clean, you know what I'm like. And I know it doesn't matter, because Julie's like, it won't matter, it's just a stain.
Yeah. I think
Intrigued about what my house looks
Yes, the
like. What colour
direction.
do you think my lounge is? Sorry, everybody, yeah. A glitter coloured lounge.
That's not the colour. She said glitter. That's the colour.
Grey and off-white. Yeah, it is.
Yeah.
Sorry, everybody.
Our director's
Right, so let me just
saying-
tell you what I'm doing while
Yeah.
we're talking about my living room. Versify and Claire do stay wet long enough for you to put clear embossing powder on top of. Had we have got maybe 30 minutes left, I would have done it, but we haven't. So I'm just drying it because I know it will stay a little bit wet. So I'm just drying this off a bit. Right, you can carry on now. Sorry, darling.
No, that's all right. I was just saying that it was Molly that was directing. She guessed it perfectly how the color palette of your living room.
My house, so my grey and white, well, off-white, creamy and off-white for my dining room. My kitchen is creamy and off-white, so follows on. The brightest colour in my house is lemon,
Oh,
which is the spare
zesty.
bedroom.
Very zesty.
Which is the spare bedroom, yeah. I do like colour, but, you know, because my life is so busy,
Yeah.
I like neutral, calm, yeah.
I like to have everything very neutral, very white, and then bring a lot of color by projects and artwork.
Yeah,
that
like your
we-
cushions and stuff.
Exactly.
Sorry, everybody.
No,
We're
but I think
digressing.
no, but you could.
But it is interesting.
It's interesting because we can see with your cards that it's
What colour do you think my craft room is?
Ooh, what?
No.
I would say white, but kind of, you know, white
duck
and blue.
egg. Duck egg and off-white, yeah.
Yeah.
Right, so I'm moving on to the Elegant Eyelet Circle dies. I'm going to warn you now, I perhaps shouldn't do this, but the stock that I've ordered that I thought would last me for 6 months is not going to last me for 6 months. Yeah, just based on what I've already seen already. So it's going to end up being one of those situations where we had the double debossed ones that sold out and it were months before I could get them back. So top tip, get your Elegant Eyelets. Julia had
40% of the stock.
and just in case you didn't see Julia's shows, Julia had the rectangles and the ovals on. Now all of the Eyelet Elegance will coordinate with the respective double debossed, so you can mix and match the layers. So I'm going to do this. In fact, let's do that. Let's do it while we're on 8 p.m. I've got my double debossed circles, look. So we'll do the sentiment in the double debossed, yeah? And then we'll do the coin and the extra on in the eyelets. It's one of the advantages when you've got both, you see. Also as well, before I forget, they all do, look. All the little sentiments and all the little icons fit inside the circle, yeah? Circle dies. It also means that if we cut this in this size, in the Elegant Eyelets, and then cut another one the same size in a different colour cardstock, you can put it underneath and you'll see it through the holes. Yeah, you know what I'm like. Right, they're in my iguana. Oh, yeah. I don't just do things. It's the gift that keeps on giving.
Yes, you are. In the best possible way.
Right, so let's do the... Just remember, when you're cutting the coins, hang on, I've got that wrong now. Ignore the outer lines and use the one that's inner as your guide, because that's the one that actually is the important one. So can you see I've missed the outer two? I don't know whether you can see that, but you'll get that when you get them home. And then we'll cut the little deer out at the same time. This is exactly how I did all my samples. If I can find the plates, I've got drawers everywhere full of stuff. I brought so much stuff with me. So let's get that on. So remember, I'm cutting face down because that's what the boss told me to do.
Well, it's funny because there are two different ways of the schools of thoughts. I always do it like you are doing now, putting the blade down. But that's only when I'm using. But I was told by an engineer from a very big manufacturer that certain dies will cut better upside down.
Oh.
So it's a question of if you have got issues with the dies, you may try to put them upside down because that sometimes helps it.
I think it bugs me because like now, look, that just bugs me to death. Yeah. Because it's kinky, and that, in fairness, is because of my plates. If my plates were straight, it wouldn't do that. And it is actually easier to put your dies on the top and cut down when you're doing something like this, when you're lining up. So, are you ready for all this? You know I'm not going to make a mess everywhere. I'm just taking the tape off, all of them. I will pop the bits out later because I won't pop it on the floor.
Yeah, you're a very good boy.
Pop that out the way, out the way. So 10 minutes, that should be enough. Yeah. I'll just make some space for myself. Right, so what we've now created from 2 sets of dies. Oh, sorry, I need to cut another eyelet one. Do you want to give everybody anything?
Yes, but I can show a finished sample because it's featured in the one-day special as well as those the Elegant Eyelet Circles dies. And you can see it here, how beautifully they coordinate. This is the snowflake Medallion Wrap, and you can see in here how the beautiful snowflakes. Then you have got in here one of the coins. I think that one is from the classic one, but you can see how everything coordinates, how amazing it looks. I'm going to show you another sample that features the eyelet dies in here, eyelet circle dies, and you can see how gorgeous that works. And of course you can thread ribbon throughout. You have got the poinsettia, you have got the gorgeous cardstock in here as well. Now, if you want to go for the pick and mix of the cardstock because you want maybe the gorgeous plum or maybe the sumptuous scarlet, you have got 32 options in total. The rich claret, maybe the deep plum, the olive green, the forest green, the blue sapphire, the pure white, the imperial blue. Maybe that you want a little bit of cool gray or coffee bean, maybe mandarin burst or purple passion. Oh, I want some purple passion. That's beautiful. That sounds, linen white. Look, it's lemon zest, almond hue. Oh, look, now it's a proper rainbow, 32 colors. So you choose whichever four. I think is it four? Yeah, three. Whichever three, and then of course you are getting 20 sheets of each, so 60 sheets in total for £16.49 with a saving of £3. Yeah.
I'm humming. Right. So what did I do wrong? We cut a full medallion out, didn't we? And we didn't need a full medallion. So I've just done that while you were showing everybody the cardstock. And I'll just show you what we've done. So we've now created that lovely little frame.
That's gorgeous.
That I'm going to use for Ron.
Shake a card?
Yeah, absolutely. And we've now taken the middle part of the medallions look and created a smaller embellishment, but still absolutely beautiful. And I'm just going to stick all this together now, and I'm going to be really quick because I know we're going to run out of time. Okay. I might have to glitter it all later. Okay. Do you know what? I planned one demo, but in-depth demos per show, thinking, oh, I'll probably have enough time to talk about the products, blah, blah, blah.
Yeah, well...
And I never do.
Well, it's because your cards are not just one card. You're doing the details for the inside and the, the inside outside. Yeah. They are more than one card. Now, if you want to go for the precision tweezers, what a day. You have got them in the screen there. Yes, well, we are extremely busy, so please, the tweezers, they have got their flat nose, which I have never seen in a crafting environment, and they are phenomenal. I can see the pointness of it, and it's just so
I take it you've not got any yet?
Yes, I haven't got any yet, sorry. I did, another, to Phill, yes, that's gonna be a gif, isn't it? It's like, anyway, this is why I'm sick.
Oh, bless you. Right, are you back with me yet? Right, okay. So all I've done is I've just matted that onto foam tape. I've matted that one onto some foam tape. The sentiment, I'm just going to show you because the two medallions are slightly different in the middle. They both have a middle, two or three middle lines, look, so it's easy for you to line up. And this will actually cover them. And you'll just be left with the rim of the biggest one showing. Yeah. Can you see that? So perfect. Even though we're covering these up, you're still seeing all the detail from that. Yeah. And then we've got the little extra embellishment going on top. These are just so beautiful. I think they look really, really classy. Yeah. Look at that. Is that not just beautiful?
They're stunning. That could be ornaments for the tree.
I put under here and forgot about. We'll get this put together now. So I'm just going to quickly put this together. I will glitter it later because I can't bear to not have the glittered edges on Christmas cards. So you see how this now looks a bit like a gift? Yeah. Yeah.
Like a lovely parcel.
And look how gorgeous it looks in completely different in the different colourways. So we've now got a poinsettia that I've already made and put together. It's got flattened in my bag right enough, but I'll poke that up a bit. And I've used the Crystal Aurora and I've used a little bit of the deep plum cardstock to create the middle poinsettia, so that now matches. That's going on there. If I find the glue gel. I've used loads of this. Do you go through phases where you don't use that at all?
Yeah, yeah, absolutely. Yeah.
I've had some for years. In fact, it had dried up, so
it's one of those things that you get used to one, and then you kind of think, oh, I need to, and then you start using another one. And then,
I think normally when I'm not working quickly, I would always favour the white glue because I know once it's set, it's set. So the holly again, I'm just going to snip that, poke that underneath, and that is going on with white glue. Got about 5 minutes. That should be just enough time to get the extras on. So I'm just going to take the bottom ones off. Actually, I don't need them too. I'm just going to poke that underneath. Poke. Look how pretty that looks. It looks so different as well to the. Oh, do you see what I mean about going around the circles.
Yeah.
This is why I've curved it the way I have.
Yeah.
Method in my madness, you see. And I've also, you see how you've got the gap. You've got the gap between how long the stalks are.
Yep.
Not so much with this one, but with the smaller version, this is the larger of the berry branches, but with the smaller one, it fits over it.
Gorgeous.
So it's all design, all by design, dear.
That's beautiful.
You learn, don't you, over the years what works and what doesn't.
And the thing is that you have done all that hard work, and I know we use the expression the hard work, so crafters at home don't have to do hard work, you just kind of have a play and get great results. But also is the fact that your eye for color means that if you are not afraid, if you're at home afraid of color, you know that everything will coordinate, everything will look elegant. Oops. And it's incredibly difficult to be elegant when you don't know about, you fear color.
I told you, it's the thing that I used to struggle with the most. Right, so I'm just popping these gifts on. So these gifts have all been stamped onto the deep plum cardstock and embossed with the pure white embossing powder, and they've all been glittered within an inch of their lives with the Crystal Aurora. Crystal Aurora looks amazing on purple and lilacs and those kind of colours. You need, if you haven't got it, you really need to get this gift stamp from Trudy's. I'm just going to quickly show it you, because it's like that, look.
Oh, yeah,
and it's got loads and loads on, but you can cut them all out. Can you see that? Right. It's a full A6 as well. It's amazing. That's gorgeous. Yeah. So I'm just quickly showing you while I'm trying to frantically put these on as well. 3 minutes. Panic, panic, panic. Panic. I'm not going to put them all on because I'll end up squashing them, and I want to do it properly because I will give these away next week.
You are so good, Father.
I'm good like that. So I'm not going to put any more on. I'm just going to pop the little poinsettia on the inside just to match, just so the outside matches the inside. So we can have a little poinsettia down there, look, and then I'll have a couple of gifts up there, but I'll put that side by side so you can see how different they look. So we've got very traditional. Very traditional with the green from the papers, and I love those story papers. So very traditional with the green, and then we've got a little bit more modern and funky with the lilacs and the purples from there. Is that not straight, or is that my eyes? There you go. Yeah. How about that? Mind you, look where my glasses are.
Now it's again, she's playing with you,
They've slipped down my nose. I feel like my granddad.
Oh, I know. No.
But this is what I'm trying to show you on all the shows. The one-day special is amazing because you've got everybody's covered. Yeah,
whether you want traditional or modern, whether you want something a little bit more striking, whether you want something a little bit, subtle and still gorgeous and traditional, all bases are covered here with that beautiful circle, the medallions, the beautiful smaller details from the coins, with the sentiments that you have got as well in the form of the tape-tastic Christmas stamp collection. Now this is the one day special, the Sentimentally Yours, with the gorgeous 91 individual stamps, brand new today. You have got the flexi-buy option as well if you want to split the cost of the one day special. 2 payments of £31.48 with a saving of £7. Whether you split the cost or not, that saving is there for you. Now we have got, of course, different brand new items to these today, including the embossing folders that are behind me. So I'm gonna go which way? I always get confused which way I need to go. We have got the snowflake, the gorgeous quilting effect, as well as the poinsettias, 8x8 in size, or a little bit under 8x8, the embossing effect, and of course it will give you this incredibly deep effect in there as well. Now we are very busy across the board, so if you want to check out your baskets, that will be of course the only way to secure yours. The tree of bubbles. Here we have got it, and this has been using the one day special. Look at that, the stamps in here, look at that, how you can use your double D's dies if you have got the circles, or if not, you can get them today to make the perfect bubbles because they coordinate absolutely perfectly. There are, of course, here the poinsettia, those gorgeous twigs and the hollies, and then you have got the snowflake dies as well. Now, but the one day special is what gives you the details. Now, remember that we are on the 5 days of Christmas, which means that anything that you purchase today, you will get a £5 credit to your account to spend tomorrow on purchases of £30 or above it. Right, Phil?
I'm carrying on sticking the presents on while you're doing that.
Well, that's all
I'm not
right.
wasting a good demo like that.
No, you carry on your demo.
Thank you.
Thank you so much.
You're welcome. Thank you. Thank you, everybody.
And you are going to be back at 8 a.m.
8 a.m. Yeah.
12 and 4.
8, 12 and 4, providing it lasts.
Exactly. We don't know what's going to happen because we are incredibly busy. The one-day special is busy. It's very busy. So please do check out your baskets to not miss out, because overnight there are repeats of so lots of times that they sell out. Now, thank you very much.
You're
Good
welcome.
night. Have a nice rest.
Thank you. I'll try.
We will see you bright and early. And of course, thank you so much for joining us for the one-day special. Now, if you want to check out for the one-day special, 6232 762 is your item number. Now, I'm going to welcome the weekend after the break. Me on my own, you never know what's going to happen. So tune in. It is impossible.